Hello, everybody. I'm here with Rafael Pons from Photopills. Hello, Rafael.
Hello, how are
Just going to
you?
have, I brought Rafael today to talk to him about his wonderful app, Photopills, which I use all the time in my photography. And I thought I would love to share it with you because I think you'll also find it useful in your photography because it is the one app. I used to have an app for this, an app for that, an app for this, an app for that, and Photopills put it all in one app and did it better than anybody by a factor of 10. They do all the math for you.
Awesome.
And it allows you to, it shows you the potential of what planning can do to create photographs. Because you guys know I'm all about, the creative process and doing photography and imagination. And Photopills really helps me along with a great amount of my shots when I'm outdoors, especially the planning phase. I'm always using Photopills in the planning phase. So, Rafael, what is Photopills?
Awesome. Well, as you said, I mean, you explained better than me. I mean, Photopills is just an app that helps you plan your photos. And for planning, I mean, answering all the questions you have. You know, when you have an idea of a photo, in order to get it, to make it happen, you're going to have a lot of questions. For example, what's the shooting spot, or when this photo actually happens. For example, when this beautiful sunset happens, when the beautiful light happens. What's the depth of field? No? What ND filter I need to use to get this effect I want in the silky water. So photopills is all about, okay, you have an idea, you take the pill you need. That's why we call it photopills. That helps you answer your questions, so you can go and capture that photo. That's it, photopills.
I didn't know that's why you called it that. Right. So it's a pill for every ill you have.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that you guys, I mean, the photographers have so many questions that need to answer in order to get their shots they're dreaming of. And yeah, we come up with this medical thing. But I've been told that, in English, photopill sounds not very polite. So
Oh, really?
we're Spanish, so
How
we
do you
thought
say
it's,
it in Spanish? How do you say it in Spanish?
oh, we say it the same way, photopills, yeah, yeah. Or
Photopill?
píldoras fotográficas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want, I can share my screen with you, and I
Yeah. Please
can show
share.
you a bit
Show
the
us,
app.
show us what's in it.
Yes, so if I share my screen, so yeah, guys, this is Photopills, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an app that has three menus. You can go and learn in the academy. I mean, the goal of Photopills is to help you imagine a photo, right? Be more creative, come up with different compositions with the sun, the moon, the Milky Way, natural light. Uh, but when you have the idea, we want to help you to plan it, which means answer all the questions, find your shooting spot and shooting date and time. But we also want you to nail the shots. That's why we focus a lot on education. Don't miss our videos on YouTube and also our how-to articles. If you want to learn photography, you have all the articles here. But the first step in Photopills is to motivate you, to have your ideas, so you get ideas. So you go to My Stuff menu and tap on the Words button. Here you'll see many photos that have been imagined, planned, and shot by the community of photopills, the photopillers, as we call. And as you see, it all depends on the photo you want. You can really plan shots like this. Uh, and the cool thing is that these guys always share their story and even the exit data, so you can learn how this photo was taken, for example. We're really strong on moon photography and also on, of course, the Milky Way. But photopills is used in many, many different sorts of photography. I mean, depends on what you want, right? As a photographer, what story you want to tell. You're going to have questions, for example, when is golden hour? When is blue hour? What's the direction of light? How is light hitting the scene, right? So you can just use the app to answer all these questions. I love when I see all these photos from the community, because for us, it's a big success that to be able to motivate people, to inspire people to think about the image. I don't know if you agree with me, but one of the hardest things in photography is to have an idea, right? To have this idea that you want to take.
Have an
And
original idea. Yeah, I would say.
yeah, and you're an expert motivator, right? You're motivating people to be more creative and
Yeah.
help them get inspired is one of the biggest challenge we're facing. And when I see all these photos that we get every day, it's just amazing. Even if you like Star Trails, it's super
Yeah.
cool, right?
Very
How,
cool.
okay, when you have the idea and you learn everything, you can go to the pills menu, and here you have the tools, or the pills, that the painkillers, right? We have pills to learn, we have pills to help your imagination fly. And in the pills menu, you find all the tools that you need to answer your questions. And the planner is the one we use to plan all our shots from home, super comfortably. It's based on, if I tap on it, you'll see that now I'm here in Menorca, in our beautiful island. And I know you're in Spain too, right?
Yeah.
Far away from here. But that's the planning from home mode. You can plan anywhere, a photo anywhere in the world. Just all you need to do is to place the red pin on that location, select the date with the time bar, and understand the sun, moon, and Milky Way information on the map. Just very quickly, this is not like a workshop or tutorial on how to use Photopills. But for example, this yellow line is the sunrise direction. And on the top panel, you have the sunrise time. So you know that on June 15th, the sun will rise at 6:14 in the direction of this yellow thin line in Menorca, right? In this shooting spot.
Right.
But yeah, you have the planner, and then you have the sun and moon, and exposure calculator, depth of field calculator, field of view. If you want me to go into detail in one of these tools, just let me know. You know better your.
I find myself using the for the astrophotography really quite powerful.
Yeah, you use, for example, I mean, this one, the 90R view.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, because when you're
module in Photopills, really.
Yeah, the augmented reality view, if I tap on 90R, it's pretty cool because what you see here is the horizon, right?
Yeah.
And Photopills has just located me, and it's telling me for the date and time what's happening in the sky. Now you see like a yellowish color because it's daytime. But if I swipe my finger on the screen, I can see how the Milky Way moves across the sky. So this is the Milky Way, our galaxy, which appears above the horizon in this direction.
Yeah.
And it goes up above my head. If I go like this, you can see it. And it dies on the other side. It's 180 degrees. So this tool is as powerful as, okay, at 1:11 a.m., I know the Milky Way is going to be in this position. So when you're in the field, you can really easily understand where you need to go to take an amazing photo with your subject, so you can find your shooting spot because you know where your subject is, and you know where the Milky Way is going to be at 1:11.
I want to clarify that this is, you can be on a location and say you're planning for another day.
Yeah.
So you can actually put the day in there if you wanted the galaxy to be vertical.
Yeah.
You can find the day and the hour that you need to be back at that location to take the shot.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, you can change
all about
the date.
Planning. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, you can change the date from settings here, and you can set any date you want. The 90R tool works great for planning for the location you are for any date, because you're on the spot and you can just come up with what's going on in the sky. If you want to plan a shot from home, use the planner, because it's so simple to plan. For example, the Milky Way, you can just switch on the Milky Way, or even the sunset, sunrise.
Yeah.
Imagine I want to go to one of our famous lighthouses that we have here in Menorca, and if we want to plan a sunrise, I know that I need to be, I'm choosing my shooting spot, for example.
There's a lighthouse.
In a way that I have, my road leading to the lighthouse and the sun rising next to the lighthouse. Like when I change the time, you can see how the sun rises. And yeah, I know everything. I know where I need to be. I know when, the date and the time, and I know where the sun is going to be. So I can adjust my shooting spot super fast.
When I first used Photopills and the planner, I was like, wow, this is a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of information. You guys have compiled a lot of information for photographers. But I was really greatly relieved that you guys have got so many amazing tutorials.
Yeah.
And everything if you're confounded or you're just not getting it by yourself, you just go to Photopills website and they've got every tutorial. It's really clear, and you'll learn how to use it in no time. Just a little practice and watching a couple videos.
Yeah.
Get it, right? Understand what azimuth and perihelion and all that stuff mean.
Yeah, there is a bit of a learning curve because there are so many tools, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing I usually tell people is just forget about Photopills. Decide what you want. Do you want to shoot a portrait photo this weekend, on Sunday? Okay, if you want to shoot a portrait photo on Sunday and you want soft light, you need to shoot it, during golden hour maybe. So you need to understand, where to go and the light direction and when golden hour happens. So when you have these questions, then you can use the pill you need to answer them. And yeah, to help me, you go to the Academy, and here in the video tutorials, you'll find all the videos you need to master each one of the pills. And also you can go to our YouTube channel, Photopills on YouTube, and there you'll find so many resources too. Education is key, and there is a learning curve, of course.
And Photopills is on every platform, right? ISO and Android.
Yes, definitely. Photopills is on iOS. It's on Android. We launched the Android version 4 years later, the iOS version, because we are a super small team, just a couple of friends working on this project. But the community is growing because planning photos was not really popular. Actually, I think it's not that popular nowadays. Not many teachers are teaching
photos?
Planning.
Yeah. I think that's in the realms of, people who are amateurs or just hobbyists. They don't get to that level of photography by planning. Planning doesn't come into their sphere of awareness. They just take a camera, me outside in a situation and take a photo.
Yeah.
And I tell my students that a little planning can go a long way to make a great photo. And, landscape photographers don't go out randomly to random locations and just take photos. It's the weather, it's the direction of the sun, the height of the sun, the time of day. All these things that they take into consideration is all part of the planning, and that gets you to the next level of photography. That gets you to that consistency of greatness, for lack of a better term, is planning. That's the next level. So a lot of amateurs who are just going out and shooting and not planning. And if you plateau, and why are my photographs not getting better? Try planning. That is probably the greatest thing you could do to improve your photography. Research, plan, use Photopills.
And you can usually start with basic planning. For example, finding out when is golden hour or blue hour or the light direction, so you can better choose the shooting spot. But when you're traveling, for example, it's key to plan. If you want to go to the Colosseum in Rome to photograph the Colosseum, you need to understand where the sun will be setting, so you know where to go, in order to get the perfect light on your subject on the Colosseum in Rome, and when the golden hour begins. So it depends on the photo. We have a lot of different types of photographers in our community. We have wedding photographers, real estate photographers, architecture photographers, which they need to understand how the light will hit on the building. Landscape photographers, astrophotographers, even macro photographers that plan their macro shots, understanding the light. For example, when you're photographing orchids, it's super interesting to see the difference between shooting orchid during daytime and shooting at golden hour, or even having the sun behind the orchid, right? It all depends on you, right?
One of my favorite ways one of my most fun ways I've used Photopills is like with the city, and you say, okay, I want to be there in a golden hour, or before the sunrise, I want to get there. And then you drop your pin, and you just drop it in different pins around the city, and you try to find a street that's parallel to where the sun's coming up.
Yeah.
And then you check out the elevations, and then like there was in Palermo, there was like 3 days out of the year, or 6 days out of the year, where the main street in Palermo, the big drag, where the sun comes up, because it comes up over the water, and it's a clear shot all the way to the sea. And there's 3 days in September where the light for it's 3 degrees above the horizon, and it's coming right down this street, the first light of the day. And I tried to get Palermo for that day. I put it in my calendar, Photopills like, would you like to add this to your calendar? I'm like, hell yeah. but I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it in September. So next year, it's like, it's not going to be irrelevant. It's still a good plan. And I've got my calendar full of places I've never been, but I thought these will be good shots someday,
Definitely. When you get into the imagine, plan, shoot, loop, it's super powerful, because at the end of the day, what you're going to get is a long list of to-do photos. that you've planned and saved in your to-do list. And it's amazing because what Photopills is helping you is opening like a door to a new world of creativity, because you can really predict where the sun is going to be, the moon, the Milky Way, anytime from any location. So you can just walk in a spot and start thinking, okay, what about the sun over there? What about the moon over there? What about the Milky Way here or there? And then you can use the app to plan it. Let me demonstrate it super fast and a really powerful tool that we have here in Photopills.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which is, you'll see, it's amazing. You go to the planner, and you want to do like an example, the way you said, imagine that you want the sun set along a street. Say here in Citoya, this is our hometown. And this is Paseo de San Nicolau. It's a very important like street. Imagine that you want to know when the sun is setting or the moon, just align with this street. With Photopills, it's super easy. Just place a red pin on the street and then place the black pin at the end of the street. The black pin, you find it on the top panel. If I swipe to the right, and I tap on the button on the panel, and here I can place it. Okay, I want the sun to be here, aligned with the street. When it happens, easy. Find. For Photopills, find is not to find addresses. If you want to find an address or a place, you need to go to load and type the address here. In Photopills, finding is a find a moment, a legendary photo, right? So tap on find, and here I'll tap on sun attachment elevation. And yeah, I just need to tell Photopills the date range. So I'm gonna tap on date range and okay, look for results starting today, ending, let's say in 1 year. And then I need to tell Photopills, okay, look for results in 1 year where the sun is gonna be aligned with my street. So the azimuth is the direction, which is linked to this yellow pin. Okay.
That's where the sun comes up first on the horizon. That's the azimuth.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the elevation is the vertical angle measured to the center of the sun. In this case, I want a sunset, right?
So cool.
I have 0 degrees of elevation. And that's it. I've told Photopills, look for results in 1 year when the sun is in this direction, so align with my street, and the elevation, I want a sunset in this case, so 0 degrees. And now I just have to tap on search here. And you get the table of results of possible dates. The sun is going to be in this direction. You see that it's happening twice a year, more or less, in November and in January, right?
That's so amazing.
So,
that's why that made me fall in love with Photopills. The first time I did that, I was like, wow, that is so powerful. That is so powerful.
It is.
You can plan awesome shoots a year in advance.
Yeah. You can decide where you want.
Buy the cheap plane ticket.
Yeah, it's nothing. So let's select one result, and as you see, the sun is setting. It's setting right where you want it to be. And the cool thing about the sun is also that if I swipe the time bar, I just can change the date, and you know that the sun sets half a degree away every day. So when you know more or less when the sun is going to be where you want, you can just swipe the time bar here and fine-tune the shooting date. In this case, in November 15th, around 5:17 p.m., the sun is going to be setting aligned with this cool street here in Menorca, our hometown.
Yeah.
So the find tool is super powerful to find sun and moon shots super, super fast. So for me, Photopills is just a way you can really know if the photo you want to take actually is possible or not, and super fast. But yeah, there is a bit of training. You need to really learn a bit the app.
Yeah.
But you have to motivate it. You have an idea of a photo, you'll do anything to learn.
Just like anything, it takes a little bit of practice.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it.
And once you get that first photo in the bag and you see how effective it is, you can be highly addicted to it. Yeah.
It's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. And you're right. The more you try it, the better. You need to practice and go and try and error and improve. Yes.
What are your future plans for Photopills? You got any new features?
Well, we just added like a cool pill, a meteor shower pill. Yeah. we had a lot of people asking us on how to plan meteor showers. We added it early in December, I think. And now we're working on a deep project that's gonna come in the future. It's a huge project, maybe it'll come in 1 year or two, I don't know. But we'll keep improving Photopills. We have such a to-do list of features that the community is asking us and requesting us. You need to know that we are more than 400,000 Photopills worldwide, and we got a lot of you know, suggestions of pills. For example, you know, the tides pill or weather forecast, or you know, aurora.
I want you to put tides and weather in it too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to say than done. Easier said than done, because it's even the weather.
If you did that, that would be another 5 apps I wouldn't have to use. I could just go to Photopills for my weather and my tides.
Yeah,
So that has my vote.
That's the idea. We have our goal is to build the all-in-one app, so you have everything in one place, and you can quickly answer your questions when you're planning shots.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in the future. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Rafael. Is there anything else you want to add before we end it here?
For me, it's been a pleasure to be with you. If people have learned something, it's cool. If they want to keep learning on Photopills, just go to our website, to the Academy section, and there you can learn about Milky Way, everything on photography for free online.
Photopills.com.
Yeah, photopills.com, and yeah, photopills.com/academy, and there you'll find great resources, even how to use Photopills.
Yeah, all the little modules in it. And even if you didn't want to use a planner, you still has apps like depth of field, scale, exposure time. It's got a timer. It's got loads of things you'll find useful, even if you're not ready to use the planner yet. But I highly recommend you give it a shot, because it's an amazing piece of kit. It's an amazing piece of kit.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. I mean, my advice is just use the pills you need for the photo you want, and then you'll see the potential, and you'll keep like learning, and oh my God, your brain will just start seeing photos everywhere.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Rafael, for doing this interview. It's a pleasure. I hope we get to do it again sometime. And everybody, check out Photopills. It's amazing. It'll transform how you think of photography, how you approach shots in your head. It'll give you, it's the tools to help formulate the ideas in your head, right? How do I do this? Go to Photopills. It'll help you out. Amazing stuff.
Awesome.
Thanks, Rafael.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.